Hi guys, good morning. This is Dr. Sadashivam. We have been discussing the farmers' protests for many months. And the truth is coming to the fore slowly but steadily. The cat is going to be finally out of the bag. There is a proverb in Tamil that says that you cannot hide an elephant in the room for a long time. There is another proverb that implies that a lady cannot hide her pregnancy for more than 4 months. There was an article in Times of India today, the contents of which I would like to share with you today, leaving you to connect the dots and make your own inferences. In fact, we are going to talk about the wheat procurement exercise, and that is going to begin in Punjab starting from today onwards. The government has announced that more than 130 lakh metric tons of wheat will be procured, and because of COVID situation, they have started e-passes, and they have also requested the farmers not to come in one go but to come in staggered fashion, so that the whole logistics will be more convenient both for people who are buying the wheat, who are bringing their own tractors from their respective farms, etc. And now, how will the payments be made? The payments will be made by the government to the farmers directly. How? Through the DBT, which is direct benefit transfers. And as a result of this, there will not be any middlemen, commission agents, or arhatyas. So this initiative of the government is going to make the middlemen and the commission agents totally irrelevant. And all of us are aware that they have been calling their shots, exerting their dominance amongst the farmers all these decades. Okay, the head of the commission agents, that is the Arhatyas Forum, Mr. Vijay Kalra, he has openly announced that the Arhatyas and the commission agents will go on strike. Of course, the feeling is natural and mutual, because if the middlemen and the commission agents are bypassed, and if the government starts delivering the benefits directly to the farmers, will it not cause a hurt to them? What will happen to their livelihoods? Pertinent point. So they have approached the Chief Minister of Punjab, but surprisingly, the Chief Minister, Captain Amrinder Singh, has assured those middlemen that the Punjab government will work on a new mechanism in order to keep the middlemen relevant, even under the new circumstances. However, the commission agents and the Arhatyas, they are not satisfied with the mechanism suggested by the Chief Minister. That was in a meeting which was held around 3 or 4 days back, and they have decided to go on a strike just to disrupt the whole process. The only point that is the Arhatyas and the commission agents have put in their favor is that most real farmers in Punjab do not have enough money. The middlemen and the commission agents were always the ones who rescued them, who helped them in times of great distress, and lended the money to the poor farmers whenever the poor farmers were in need. This has been the history in Punjab. That's what they claim. So now their claim is that if the government starts giving benefits directly to farmers, and if they make the Arhatyas and commission agents irrelevant, who will be there to help them? That's the question they are raising. That's the case they are building up in their defense. And the head of the commission agents, Vijay Kamra, also accused the government that they are trying to create a rift between the farmers and the commission agents. He says that farmers, commission agents have been peacefully coexisting for many decades, and the government has now started coming and they have started creating a rift between them. How? By directly giving the money to farmers. And that is the case that they have put up in their defense, and they want the government to make these payments through the middlemen and the arhatyas, as has been the system till date. And that's the whole issue. They are going on the strike, and the government is going ahead with the procurement starting from today onwards. I'm sure this drama will unfold. We are all eagerly waiting to what is happening, and we are also waiting to see who is supporting the farmers, who is supporting the arhatyas and the middlemen. All that will be out. You will find lots and lots of political leaders coming out and giving statements either in support of the middlemen or in support of the farmers, right? I'm a apolitical guy. No, I have my own views on it, but this is not a platform where I will bring in my own views. Okay. This platform, especially this particular post that I'm doing it, is just to put the facts in front of you so that you can make your own inferences. And by the way, there was another interesting topic connected to the same farmers issue, which has come in the newspaper, which I would like to share. And that talks about the Supreme Court imposing restrictions on people on farmer protest, your Shaheen Bagh kind of protests, where they block very important highways, causing irreparable loss to public. In this country, everybody has the freedom of expression. Everybody has the right to give out their views. Everybody has the right to protest. But just as one group of people have the right to protest, the other group of people under the same constitution, they also have the right to lead a peaceful life. A lady from Noida has filed a suit in the Supreme Court saying that she's a single mother traveling 30 kilometers all the way from Noida to Delhi to earn bread for her family, to raise her children. And she's unable to do so because group of people, a small group of people, they have blocked the roads. She also enjoys the same freedom of going to work, taking her salary and raising her children. Her freedom is affected because a few people are blocking the roads. So the Supreme Court said protesting is not a problem, but there are places to protest. I think what Supreme Court has in mind is places like Jantar Mantar or Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. If you want to protest, go there, sit and protest. Give your views, voice your views openly. Nobody will stop you. But don't stop the highways, causing severe stress and disturbance to the public. That's what the Supreme Court says. Okay guys, thank you very much. These are my views. And if you have any views, either pro or against these set of facts, because I have not voiced my opinion as I will be putting up one more video where I will be asserting my own views also. But I will do that only after hearing your views, some for, some against. I want to look at all those perspectives, then crystallize my own opinions, readjust them, reorient them if necessary, and then I will come up with my own views in a different post. But till then, bye bye, and this is Dr. Sadashivam signing off. Jai Hind.